Guys, they said Ebony was in disbelief over what Adetutu did for her, Adetutu shocked her, as in she did something that if it were to be Ebony, she might not do it for the Adetutu due to her type of a person. Or maybe she will, I don't know. But they said Adetutu shocked her to her bone marrow. Remember that Adetutu have replaced her from what we heard allegedly in the palace. Kabiyesi is now working with the Adetutu instead of Ebony, even though Ebony is a wife and Adetutu. Some people said Kabiyesi have made a move to also marry Adetutu, while others are saying that no, she is just working there. But whichever way, the thing is that when it comes to that spiritual work that Ebony is doing, they said Adetutu have taken over. And Adetutu's presence in the palace have revealed a lot of things about Ebony, things that is capable of pushing her out of the palace, things that have caused her more pain. Yes, because it was because of Adetutu's revelation about what Ebony have been doing, lying against the oracle and all of that, that led to Kabiyesi instructing the guards to dismantle Ebony's shrine in the palace, and that came as a shock to her. If Kabiyesi have, or if she have imagined that it would get to that point, she would have done one or two before the day of that dismantling of that shrine. So they said the day that the guards were dismantling her shrine, they say she cried her eyes out such that she even fainted. Then, maybe because she fainted, they were asked to kind of pause. But they said before then, Ebony have gone to beg Adetutu and Dr. Lizzie to please speak to Kabiyesi on her behalf. At first, she was begging that her shrine should not be dismantled. But when she find out that that is not going to be possible because Kabiyesi have given his verdict and his order must stand, due to the fact that he is very angry that Ebony herself cannot even come close to him, not to talk of being able to convince him to stop the move. So when Ebony went to Adetutu and Dr. Lizzie, they said the reason she gave them to speak to Kabiyesi, to give her time, Adetutu, who is also a spiritualist, as in who is a priestess, who understands the things of the spirit very well, was able to understand her. And that is why, and according to the reason, they said, while I was growing up, let me just give you my own, will I say, my own experience. Where my mother comes from, they said some of them used to turn to lion, while some of them used to turn to different animals. And whenever something strange happens to that person whose Ori, you guys understand what I mean by Ori, whose spirit or guardian angel or the spirit that leads that person, some of them lives into animals or some of them manifest through some animals. So from what Ebony was trying to explain, it's like her own Ori was kind of inside a snake, that she invoked inside that shrine. And whenever she goes to that shrine, sometimes, maybe if you make her angry, she invoke that spirit. That snake will be the animal that will come to fight the person, or that kind of stuff. I don't know how to explain it so that you guys will understand, but those people that understand the things of the spirit very well will understand what I mean. And that during that my while I was growing up, whenever I go to my maternal home, they will tell you that don't do something strange, something that will make this person to be shocked, because that person can turn to that animal, or that person will start behaving like that animal. Sometimes you will see human being barking like a dog. They will tell you that this person's Ori is moving with an animal, and that animal is a dog. And that is why when you do something strange to that person will start barking like a dog or something like that. And if that person bites you in that mood, it will be like a dog that bites you, that kind of stuff. So Ebony is trying to tell the Adetutu and Dr. Lizzie that if they destroy her shrine the way that Kabiyesi have given that order, that she might die, Ebony might die, or that spirit might turn around to fight the palace in such a way that it will be uncontrollable due to the way it was forced out. That Ebony invoked the spirit. So it's not even one from what we heard, it's more than, but the particular one that she emphasized on happens to be that snake and all of that. That is, if the information we're hearing is the truth. So don't forget that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media. So when she finished explaining those things to Adetutu, because Adetutu understands things like that and how it works, they said Adetutu have to go and beg Kabiyesi to please give Ebony some time. This time that she is talking about is to kind of invoke that spirit, to appease the spirit, or to let their spirit know that from henceforth, this is where I want it to be. From henceforth, this, that, they know how to go about it, they know what to do, so that the spirit will not try to fight her or fight the palace, or, do something that all of them will regret tomorrow. Those people, let me tell you one thing in this life, you see those people that believe in certain things, fear them. I don't know, maybe because they have a very strong belief in those things. The way those things will be working in their favor or against them, you'll be asking yourself, how is it even possible? It is possible. Everything worketh based on the kind of faith you have in it and all of that, So they said after all those explanations that Adetutu understand her very well, very correct, and such that Adetutu have to go and beg Kabiyesi to please give her some hours. They said hours for her to go and do some appeasement, some consultations, some rituals and all of that before that shrine was completely dismantled, because Kabiyesi have given his order and his order must stand. The only favor they did her was to give her time to do those things so that she will not be hurt or other people will not be hurt along the line, So they said she was surprised. She never believed that Adetutu could do that for her, because to her, she believed that Adetutu betrayed her, forgetting that Adetutu was on her own when Kabiyesi and the elders consulted her, begging her to come to the palace and work for her people. Because they said the lady is based in the UK, the lady is doing well, in as much as she's also doing great in this aspect of this spiritual stuff, but she was doing well in whatever she was doing in UK. They went for her. At first, she was telling them, I'll think about it. But working with Kabiyesi is an honor to her, especially when they said Queen Naomi have said that anybody, as long as Ebony did not continue with the job. So that was how they said the Adetutu now accepted. And when she came, Queen Naomi welcomed her. She was well welcomed by everyone except Ebony, who thinks she betrayed her, saying that why would they take it, that kind of stuff. So Ebony was surprised for Adetutu to do that for her. And a lot of people are saying that if it were to be Ebony, Ebony will not do it for this lady. But she did it for her, letting her know that she is not her enemy, and she will not see anything that will harm her and do it. But the only thing she will do is that she cannot keep quiet when she finds out that she has been lying to their people all this while. Anyway, guys, that is what we're hearing if the information is true. Don't forget that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact unless you verify them. Thanks for watching. Do well to subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.